Sorry guys. Yeah, Zoom made me like relog in and then I don't know, none of the meetings were there, so I just needed a second to restart everything. But yes, thank you. I'm here, and I can't wait to move with you this morning. Thank you for logging in on this lovely Sunday. I want you just to, yeah, we're going to start in child's pose. So instead of on our backs, if you're there, flip over, and we'll have a really nice start. Yeah, we'll start in child's pose. We're just going to move and flow together. Let's take a nice kind of end of August stretch, moving into September. Yeah, such a nice little bit of movement. So get some music going and we'll get moving. Thanks for your patience. That extra couple of minutes needed to just get my little online stuff sorted. Oh, you can take them wide if you want, or you can keep them in. Remember, it's kind of your first stretch, so choose in a way that feels good and honors what you need this morning or whenever you're using the videos. As you kind of melt down, just allow yourself to check in. If you feel like you took the knees wide and you want to bring them just in a little bit, you're absolutely welcome to do that. Just take it as you need it, finding something that feels good for your body this morning. The body feels comfortable fully folding down. You can always stack the fists. You can grab a pillow. And you can just melt in to this lovely forward fold. And however you chose to express your child's pose, knees wide, knees in, just recognizing it's all good. Just deep breath in. As you move through the practice, as always, just honor what your body needs this morning, in this moment, this day. Sometimes the body might feel like it could go deeper, but you might want to pull back today or vice versa. Sometimes you pull back, you might want to go deeper. Just listen and flow. And just keep checking in as you move through the poses, asking yourself what feels good and what you might want to amend in whatever way you need. Take some slow, deep breaths here in and out. And as you find that breath, slow inhalations, slow exhalations, just notice in this pose where you might feel the body filling as you breathe. Where's that breath moving to for you? You notice any parts of the body that might getting that little massage as you breathe a little bit deeper. And checking in, how do you feel today? How are you feeling in this moment? In your body, in your mind? How are you feeling physically? How do you feel emotionally? If it's all good, that's great. Let's continue with that flow. Let's continue flowing into that August sunshine. If you're starting to kind of feel a little sluggish, you picked up a little summer cold or anything, just honor that as we move and flow today. For 3, inhale and exhale 2, and 1. And if there is any intention you'd like to set today, anything you'd like to work through, any feeling or emotion, anything you want to dedicate the practice to, or even a person, just want to dedicate your practice to, maybe channeling their strength, just feeling that you can bring them into your mind today. You can absolutely do that in your yoga practice, a beautiful way to just take some time out, to rest, reflect, and reset. Amazing. When you're ready, just begin by pushing the hands up and lifting up into the chest. Now you can choose if the knees are wide, stay there if that feels comfortable. We're going to walk the hands over towards the right hand side. You can also just wiggle the knees in slightly if that feels better. And reach as far as you can, just getting that little bit of a stretch in the side body. Find a place where the head can relax on one or both arms. And just see if you can sink back. Just saying hello. Nice deep stretch, kind of moving into the armpit and across the body, breathing in and out into that side rib. Breathing in Breathing out nice, and we're gonna walk the hands back to center. Good, we're gonna just reach the hands forward, nice wide palms, and just let everything sink down, drop the shoulders down. See if you can take a little more active pose in the center here, active child's pose. Remembering at any point, if you think, oh, I just need to kind of shift my knees, you can wheel them in. Up to you. Breathing in and breathing out. Rotate the biceps away and down away from the ears. And inhaling, maybe walking the hands over to the chest. Sink back, find a nice comfy place for the head and breathe deep. Inhale and exhale. Just feel that breath going into those lovely spaces. Filling the ribs, a little bit of space into the belly. Such a nice way to start a class. Checking in the upper body. How do you feel today? Reaching those hands forward. Inhale, draw the shoulders down. And when you're ready, we're going to peel the body up. Nice. And if you had the knees wide, take them so that they're hip distance. And just find a little moment in your tabletop. We're going to move between our cat today. Good. So tuck in under, find your cat. Just using this as an opportunity to check in. How do you feel in the upper body? Maybe draw the chin in. See what's going on in the spine. Definitely someone who holds my stress and tension in my upper body, sorry. So I feel it here. Inhale, let's see what's going on in the spine. Dip the belly down, lift in the tailbone, and lift up in the head. So we put the shoulders down away from the feet. Feel that lovely stretch. Deep breath here into the chest, relax in the forehead. Little smile, nice way to start the class. Inhale, tucking under. Find that beautiful cat pose. Good. So we're really tucking under in the pelvis. We draw in from the center. Breathe. Pull the shoulder blades apart, fingers nice and wide. See what you're doing in the neck. Sometimes it might feel good to move the neck left to right. 3, 2, and 1. Bring the head back to center. Inhale, lifting in the tailbone. Let the belly drop and the chest swell. Good. Inhale. Slowly exhale. Nice one, everybody. You've got this. Just feeling out the body to start our practice. 3, 2, and 1. Good. We're going to draw in from your core and find your lovely flat back. A little reminder, if the wrists feel sore, always just switch to a fist. And you can kind of move in between the two. Good. Inhale, we're going to extend the right toes. I want you to drop the right hip down. So we don't want to open to the side. Dropping it down. Good. Work the heel away. Let's get into the back of the legs a little bit. See how you're feeling. We're going to push into the toes. I love this one. Just really feel a nice stretch. Push into those toes. Shift the weight forward. Breathing in and out. Work the heel away. Good. 3, 2, and 1. Nice slow deep breaths pushing into the toes. Really focus there. See if you can feel the toes pushing into the mat. And then slowly bringing that heel back and holding here. Drop the hip down and feel maybe the chest draw forward. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Just shift the weight slightly back into the center so you can lift the back foot. We're going to wiggle it as far as you can over towards the left-hand side. And then what I want you to do is look towards the left, look towards your heel. We're making a little C shape with the body. Just a little bit of a side stretch here. 4. Breathing in and out. 3, 2, and 1. Bring the head back to center. Lifting that back leg, bending in the knee, bring the knee down. Good. Knees hip distance, sinking down into your child's pose. Maybe option to extend the arms, or you can keep the elbows bent. It's up to you. If you want a nice active child's pose here, work to draw the shoulders down and away from the ears. Good. Inhaling and exhaling. Breathing in. Tucking under. Find your cat a little quicker this time. Find your cow. And back to that lovely drawing in and that flat back. Finding that lovely balance in the hands. Inhale, left leg extends. Draw the left hip down. Work the heel away. Notice if one side feels tighter than the other. Just an opportunity to let go in the calf muscles, the back of the leg. Good. Breathing here. When you're ready, maybe pushing into those toes. Just staying a little longer where you were. Oh, feel the toes, nice little stretch, depending on the shoes you might be wearing. Sometimes the toes need a nice little stretch. If you've been wearing your flip-flops a lot, kind of working the toes as you walk, just see what you're feeling. Any clicks back and forth. Nice, slow, deep breaths. Good. And when you're next ready, meet me back with the heel pushing away. Left hip drawing down and the chest drawing forward. Good. Inhale and slowly exhale. 3, 2, and 1. Coming back to center, lifting that back leg a little, bend in the knee, bring it back so that the hips are, the knees are hip distance and we sink down. Good. This time, just bending the elbows, curl in. Allow the forehead to relax on the mat if you can, or you could stack the fists and give it a little rock left to right. Just getting a little bit of a stretch and a reset in the neck. Amazing. 4. Good. 3. Inhale and exhale. Good. 2. Keep moving. And 1. Bringing the head back to center. Inhale, let's extend those arms. We're going to come all the way up to that lovely tabletop position. We're going to come down today a little bit onto the forearms. So bring the elbows down. You want the elbows in line with the shoulders and then interlace the fingers here. Good. We're just going to shift the weight back a little bit. I want you to kind of imagine you're going into child's pose, but you're not, because the body's in the middle. We're sinking back in that direction. The hips are coming back. You might start to feel a little bit of work into the hips. Good. A little bit of like puppy dog pose on the forearms and coming back. Good. And when you get back to the forearms in the middle, we want to draw in from your core and push into those elbows. So we don't want to dip the the belly. We want to draw in, push those forearms into the mat. Good. And sink down. See if you can sink back, get a little bit of work in the hips. Breathing in. Breathing out slowly, coming all the way back up. And again, we're not sinking into it. We don't want the chest drawing through. We want to be pushing into those elbows. Pull the shoulder blades away. Good, feeling strong here. If you feel comfortable, you've got the option to tuck those back toes and lift the back knees this time. So you can either continue with what we did before, sink back, or you can lift those legs. We've not done much in the hamstring, so don't worry about how far you extend those legs, but see if you can push into those elbows. And shift back, even with the knees bent. Good. 4, 3. Nice. 1, 2, and 1. Slowly bringing it down and back to that little center point, pushing into those elbows. Good. We're just strengthening a little bit. We're working a little bit into the neck, into the shoulders, strengthening in that upper body. Inhale and exhale. Good. If you're ready, we're going to sink. We're going to tuck those back toes, lift the knees, shift the weight onto the forearms this time. And then all you want to do is tilt that tailbone back and see if you can push into the forearms again. See how that feels. Amazing. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bringing the knees down. Good. We're going to walk the hands back up to that lovely tabletop position. Let's kind of thread the needle to get a little stretch. Inhale, reaching up, opening in that upper body. Palm nice and wide, chest lifting up. Inhale. That should feel really good after this one. Keep it lifted, not dropping down yet or reaching through. Good. Inhale, lifting up. Good. Staying for a breath. Inhale. And exhale. Lovely little reach through. Good. Little wiggle of the hips. You might get a little stretch of that back inside body. The last one, reaching up. Exhale. Inhale. We're just going to bring the hand down at the side. Inhale, lifting it up. We're going to hold there. So when we do this, we don't want to collapse the shoulders to the ears. We want to find some length here. Feel that lovely twist opening in the body. Inhale, and as we exhale, keeping it lifted, we're just threading through just to get that twist. Next one, keeping it up. Inhale, lifting up. And exhale. Relax in the face. Inhale. And slowly exhale, reaching through. Nice one. You've got it, team. And inhale, reaching up. Good. 3, 2, and 1. Slowly bringing that hand down. Exhale. Lovely. And come back onto a little of that forearm work. So option to come down, we want to bring the elbows down, forearms, and interlace those fingers. See how that feels good. You've got the option to stay here onto the knees and you can move forward and back. But if you want a little bit more challenge, so this is the first bit, we keep that push into the forearms. You can just rock forward and back, draw in from your core. If you want a little extra challenge, a little next stage is to extend those feet. And we're working the heels away, drop the pelvis down, feeling a little bit of a plank here. Feeling maybe pushing into the toes and back. So again, you can come to the knees or you can stay where you are, pushing into the toes, pushing into those forearms. You're feeling strong in your core, strong in that upper body, working into a little bit of the backs of the legs. You've got it, team. Breathe with me at your own pace for 3. Inhale and exhale, 2. Nice one, everybody. And 1. Coming down onto the knees. Slowly let the belly come down and bring the chest down onto the mat. Amazing. Untuck those toes. Inhale with me. And exhale through the mouth. Just in case you might have been making any more shallow breaths. Let's take the hands. I often hold my breath sometimes doing that one. We're going to bring the hands on the outer edges of the ribs. Draw the elbows in. You can take a little baby cobra to start. Or maybe if the back feels comfortable, get a little higher. Listen to where you're at to start. Inhale and exhale, slowly bring it down. Bring the chest to the mat. Inhale. Pull the shoulders up and back, elbows in. Lifted. Down. That third one, roll the shoulders up and back. Lifting. Down. Good. From here, we're going to inhale. We're going to lift up to that tabletop position and exhale, sink down into your child's pose. Beautiful. You can have the arms extended. You can just have the elbows bent. Keep it soft. Just take a little bit of time to rest. Inhale and slowly exhale. Maybe rocking that forehead left to right if that feels good to you. 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, reaching my hands up. We're going to peel the body back up to that lovely tabletop position. Awesome. We're going to just work with that one movement again. We're going to come down onto the forearms. Good. Really nice and strong. We're going to stay here so you can rock forward and back, draw in from your core. Or you have the option. Here we go. Let's take that one more time. Extend those heels out. Drop the pelvis down. Good. Feel strong. Pushing into those elbows. Pushing into the forearms. Let the belly drop. Squeeze in the glutes a little, maybe rock forward and back, or just hold the plank. Find your breath. Good, you've got it. Nice work, everybody. Heating up that body. We're working whole body here. Core, upper body, 3, 2. Nice one, my friends. And 1. Good. Coming down onto the knees. Untuck the toes. And let everything come down. Breathe with me in. And slowly exhale out. Awesome. Just keeping your gaze in a direction where you feel, comfortable. And we're going to draw that right heel in towards the glute. Let's see if we can get a little stretch to the quad. We're going to draw the heel in. If it feels really tight, just take it as you need it. You don't have to grab the toes. If you have the toes and it feels quite easy, take that small little maneuver where we tuck under. So you're tucking the pelvis under, pushing the pelvis into the mat, and you get that little extra work. Just breathe with me and breathing out. Just seeing how that feels today. Sometimes I really feel open there, and sometimes it feels really tight. One of those areas. Just listen. Inhale and exhale. Good. And releasing that right side. We're going to bend into the left. Good. So see how that feels. It feels all right on that side. Stay where you can grab the toes, maybe grab the heel, draw the heel in towards the glutes. And instead of keeping that tailbone relaxed, we want to tuck under with the pelvis, push and squeeze in the glutes, feeling that little bit more openness working into that quad. Inhale. Beautiful. And exhale. Deep breaths in as we squeeze. Exhale. Tucking under. Feel that lovely bit of work and release. Nice one, everybody, for 3, 2, and 1. Inhale and exhale. Let's extend both of those legs. Let's bring the hands on either side. We're gonna roll the shoulders up. Looking forward, let's take a little back and waking up. Just seeing how that cobra is feeling now. And slowly down. We're gonna take 3 of them. So we're gonna just keep it flowy. Inhale, lifting up. And exhale, coming down. Beautiful. Inhale, lifting up. And exhale, coming down. And then we're gonna tuck those back toes. Use your core coming all the way back up and sinking down into your child's pose. Nice one. You can extend the arms if you like, keep it active. You can just soften in the elbows, up to you, whatever you feel like you need for 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Let's build into a little flow. We're gonna tuck under in the pelvis. We're gonna find our cat pose coming up. Inhale and exhale, roll and find your cow pose. And then we're gonna tuck under in the pelvis. Inhale, we're gonna extend into that right leg. We're gonna do our 2 little crunches, knee to nose. Then we're gonna take a step. Good. And in. And inhale. And take your big step forward. See how that feels. Find a place that feels balanced. Good. Inhale, reaching up. And exhale, sinking down. Good. Breathing in. And breathing out. Good. We've got the option to come down, bring the hands onto the hips. See how that feels. Feeling quite tight, stick with it. There's also an option to see what it's like to bend in that back knee. So maybe taking the left hand, maybe grab the toes. Might feel a lot. Might feel too much, but there's the option there. Inhale, reaching up. Hands come back all the way down, swinging that front foot back and all the way down to your child's pose. Keeping it whatever way you like, knees in or a little wider. If you're taking them wider, inhale, bring them back in. We're going to peel up to cat. Nice, roll, find your cow. And back to center. Exhale. Inhale, let's extend. We're going to do our 2 little crunches with the knees. Knee to nose in and extend. Good. Knee to nose in and extend. And then we're going to take our big step forward and see how you feel here. Notice, find that little bit of balance and sinking down, dropping into that lovely lunge. Inhale and exhale, drop the shoulders down and then maybe bring them onto the hips. So notice how this feels. If it feels good, maybe see if you can bring the backs of the toes on the back foot up. Maybe we can lift the foot a little. Maybe we can grab it. Maybe it's different on each side. 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, reaching up. Hands come on the side of that front leg, slowly bringing it back. This time, take your big toes to touch. Take the knees wide and sink down nice and deep here. See how that feels. Find that little edge. We're going to hang out for a breath. Inhale. And slowly exhale. 4. Nice one. Deep breath in and out. Just feel that little release. The lower back and the hips. 3. Nice one. 2. And 1. Nice work, everyone. Inhale, slowly turning the head, lifting back up. We're going to bring the palms forward. We're going to lift up into that pelvis and bring the knees back in. Inhale, from tabletop position, tuck under into cat, tuck those toes. Inhale, let's lift into our first downward dog of the day. Fingers nice and wide, working those heels one and then the other. Swing those hips. Again, we've done a little bit of the backs of the legs, but not all of them. So use this to get a little more into the backs of the legs, the hamstrings there, from the glutes. Swinging the head, maybe left or right, like you're saying no, looking underneath or up and down, like you're saying yes. Always make it your own. Deep breath in and out. I always find that first downward dog such a great opportunity just to move and check in and make it your own. Beautiful. Inhale, we're going to look forward between those thumbs, come to a little bit of stillness. You're in a hopping mood, hop. If you want to step for the first few or all the way through, come to the tops of the toes, bend the knees, step. Bring the other foot to match or hop and hang down. Inhale and exhale, just hanging out, maybe rocking a little left or right, grab opposite elbows. Just feeling that lovely release for back, neck. Inhale. And slowly exhale. Coming back to center. Softening in the hands. Inhale, find your version of a halfway lift, whether it's fingertips forward or the hands come up. You choose. Chest forward, working just a little more in those hammies. Bend those knees, team. Inhale, reaching up. Little back bend here. And exhale, bring the thumbs in towards the sternum, finding our lovely strong Tadasana pose. Inhaling. And slowly exhaling, shoulders down. Amazing. You can close the eyes. I want you to keep that lower body active. So we don't want that tailbone dipping out. Tuck under. Squeeze, draw in from your core. Feel the legs nice and strong. The muscles in the lower legs tighten in. Draw the shoulders down and away. Maybe even opening the palms wide. Palms opening, chest open, shoulders down, chin in. Feeling strong at the top of that mountain, knowing that you can tackle anything that comes your way. You've climbed so many mountains already. You know this place, you know this feeling of strength and freedom. Just notice the body rocking forward and back, side to side for you, whatever it's doing, noticing it balancing for you and finding some gratitude for just this present moment, this body, just being in the now. Inhale with me and exhale through the mouth. Beautiful. Bring the palms together. Give them a little rub for me, creating that little bit of energy. Good. We're going to bring the hands over the eyes just to bring yourself back slowly and separate the fingers. Slowly flutter the eyelids open. Amazing. Grab a little drink. Just going to adjust the camera just slightly so that you don't have, I always say, a decapitated yoga teacher from the angles. Cheers, everybody. Thanks. Nice first half of the class. Amazing. Love having a cheeky little hot drink with you guys every Sunday morning. I know it's online, but it feels like we're together, doesn't it? We are. So I appreciate you. It's such a lovely little part of my Sunday. All right, so we're going to come to the front of the mat. We're going to have a little bit of time just to flow. We're going to play with some of our warriors. Just see how you get on. So feet hip distance. Let's breathe in. Open the mouth, let it go. I'm going to go for it this time. As I exhale, just make that little sighing noise if no one's around, or let the tongue stick out. Just let it go. Really inhale and let it go. Anything that you've kind of been holding in. Inhale, reach those arms up. Good. Let's take it and hinge at the hips. Holding here. Maybe bring the fingertips to touch. Extend those arms. Getting that beautiful whole body stretch. Arms extend. Maybe looking down. Slowly fall down over the toes. Bring the chin in. Good. Inhale. Let's find your halfway lift. So either hands coming up, or if the hamstrings feel ready and you feel comfortable in the hands down, you can bring the fingers forward. But remember, we don't want to sink back in those hips. You want to be almost bringing the fingertips forward, really light on them. Extend those legs, draw the chest forward. Good. Try not to extend the hyperextend the knees ever. Just a little tiny bend in them. Inhale. Lovely little bend in the knees. Scoop it wide. Beautiful little back bend. And tuck the thumbs in. Drop the shoulders down in from your core. Strong in your Tadasana. Inhale. Let it go. Awesome. Inhale, reaching up. And exhale, hinging at the hips. Good. Holding here, reaching, fingertips pushing in. 3, 2, and 1. Folding down. Inhale, halfway lift. Good. Exhale, bending in the knees. Scoop it wide. Little back bend. And in, tuck in under. In the pelvis, draw the shoulders down. Inhale, reaching it up. Exhale, hinging at the hips, reaching forward, fold down over the toes. Halfway lift. Beautiful. We're going to bend into the knees. We're going to step back with the right foot. I'm going to drop that right heel. Good. And we're going to slowly come up to our warrior one pose. So we're going to lift up. And when we do that, make sure that the feet feel comfortable, you feel balanced, and we can turn the hips to face forward. Good. Inhale, reaching up into that lovely warrior one. Draw in from your core, bending into the front knee, but we don't want that bottom sticking out. We still want to tuck under. You get that lovely little bit of work into that hip and the psoas muscle as we sink down. Good. Feeling nice and strong here. Inhale. And slowly exhale out. Inhale, straightening that leg. Good. Breathing in and out. Good. Breathe in. Let's bend nice and deep. Tuck under. Draw in from your core. Good. Holding for 3, 2, and 1. Hands can either come onto the hips, palms onto the lower back, or interlace the fingers. We're going to fold down. Let the chest relax on the front knee. Sinking down, maybe reach the arms up over the head or keep them on that lower back. Good. Little humble warrior, little gratitude. 3, 2, and 1. Separate those hands. Inhale, reaching it all the way back up. Beautiful. We're going to bend, bring the hands on either side of that front foot. We're going to lift in the back heel, wiggle that back foot back into that lovely high plank. Inhale, you've got the option to stay here. You can push into the toes. You can come to the knees. We're going to lower down, whether it's upper body you want to play with or come to the knees. Just come down onto that mat. Inhale, roll the shoulders up and back. So we're going to bring the elbows, the forearms, and the palms down, taking a little sphinx pose. So we're going to use the hands to just shimmy the chest forward slightly, and then we push into the elbows, the hands, the forearms, and lift up in the chest. Good. Draw the shoulders down and away. You might feel a different sensation, maybe in the back and the chest. You want to feel like the chest is drawing forward as you lift up. 3, 2, and 1. Slowly coming back down. Hands on either side of those ribs. Inhale, peeling the body up. Tuck those back toes. We'll lift up into your downward dog. Nice one. Good. Swing in those heels. Inhale. And slowly exhale. Let's look forward between those thumbs up to the tops of the toes. Draw in from your core. Step or hop. You choose. Holding down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, bend the knees and scoop it wide, coming all the way up. Little back bend. Thumbs coming in. Good. Find your beautiful Tadasana, that moment of strength. Inhale. And slowly exhale. Breathing in, reaching up, hinging at the hips, reach forward. Pull down over those toes. Halfway lift. Let's bend into the knees. We're going to step back, left foot, nice big step. Foot about 45 degrees. We're finding that lovely warrior one, lifting up. Just take any sort of wiggles that you need, turning so that the hips come forward. Don't want any knee pain at all. So just see what feels good. When you're ready, arms come up. Good. And as we exhale, we draw in from the core, that little movement. So I'm not leaning forward per se. I'm tucking under, drawing in, and then just bending that front knee. Good. Feeling that work in that left side. Holding for 3. Good. 2. Deep breaths with me in and out. And 1. Inhale, straightening that leg. Beautiful. And again, inhale. And exhale, sinking down. Good. Tucking under. Feeling strong. Beautiful. Maybe looking a little bit ahead of front of you, feeling that strength. And straightening that front leg. Good. Let's take our little humble warrior. Inhale. I'm going to bend down. The hands can come down onto the hips. The belly rests on the top of the leg. And bring the hands again, maybe the lower back, or interlace the fingers and extend those arms. Maybe flip the palms away and let the hands work in the direction of the head. It'll be different for everybody. Your shoulders, remember your pose should look different because your body's different and it's perfect. Whatever expression, however it comes out, as long as you're just listening to what suits you. Beautiful. Separate those hands. Inhale. We're going to scoop the arms up. We're going to bring them on either side of that front foot. Good. Let's flip that back heel. Wiggle the front foot back, finding your plank. Good. So you can lower down onto the knees. You can stay in that high plank. We can push into the toes. Shift the weight to that upper body and slowly come down. Only if the upper body feels good today. Good. Take a breath with me in. And slowly exhale. Next little vinyasa. Inhale, let's bring those elbows down, forearms down, palms nice and wide. Good. Little Sphinx pose. Let's draw the chest forward. Push into the elbows. Lift up, shoulders down. Breathe with me. Inhaling and exhaling for 3. Good. 2. And 1. Awesome. Slowly bringing it down. Bring the hands on either side of the ribs. Inhale. Coming all the way back up. Tuck those toes. And lifting up to your downward dog. Swing those hips. Inhale. Maybe looking underneath. And exhale. Beautiful. And then coming back to that lovely stillness. Finding a little bit more time in downward dog. Working, drawing in from your core. Extending those heels. It's absolutely fine. The knees are still bent. We're working in that direction. Good. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Lifting up to the tops of the toes. Step or hop. You got it. Fold down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, bend the knees, scooping wide all the way up. Little back bend. And thumbs come in. Inhale. And exhale. Beautiful. Just taking a moment here in stillness. Good. So we're going to move into another little sequence on the floor. I haven't really done this one with you in a long time. So I wanted to just show you before we went into it. So we're going to come down. When we make our way to downward dog, I just want to show you how it looks. So if we're extending the left leg, we're going to bend, you know this, and we're going to bend and see if we can take it here. And don't worry if that feels too much, just come to the knee. All right. But also I wanted to take it to and see how we could see if we can reach it. We're going to draw the knee in and then we're going to kick the foot out. So the outer edge of my left foot is there. You've got the option to keep the hands here or maybe reach out. So it's quite strong. Bring the hand down, slowly bringing the feet back in. Inhale, kick it out. I'll show you one more time. We're going to reach. So we bring the knee in and then we kick it through. That's it. You can stay right here or you can open it wide. Good. Awesome. So I'm going to bring you back. Just going to come back to that lovely standing pose we were in. Inhaling and exhaling. Amazing. And we're going to kind of flow there. And again, if it feels a little bit too much on the wrist, just come down onto the knee. You don't have to take the leg across. You can just take it back and open up that direction. But it's kind of a little variation of side plank, I suppose. It's just a good, like, little bit of upper body strength and right in the core as we stretch into the side. So, grab a drink with you and let's do it. All right. And when you're ready, meet me at the front of your mat. Breathing in and breathing out. Let's go. Reaching up. Inhale. Little back bend. Hinging at the hips. Good. Those hammies are opening. Fold down. Exhale. Inhale. Halfway lift. Yogi's choice. Exhale. Bending in the knees. Hands come forward. You can step or hop back to your high plank. That's where we're headed. Slowly lowering down. You can come from the upper body or you can come by the knees. It's up to you. Making your way onto the mat. Contact those toes. Good. We're going to stick with Cobra for this flow. Pushing into the hands, lifting up. 3, 2, 1. And coming down. Exhale. Let's tuck those back toes. Peel the body up. Finding your downward dog. Good. Inhale and exhale. Walking those heels if you like. We're going to shift the weight over towards the left foot. We're going to kick up in the right. See how that feels, bending in the right knee. And seeing if you can look under that armpit. Just notice if you get a little bit of a stretch here. Working the toes over. 3, 2, and 1. Now from here, you can stay here. Or you can come to the knee. Or you can draw the knee in a little more towards the center. The back heel lifts a little bit. You reach the foot through. Good, and you're going to turn. So maybe wiggle that right hand a little bit more towards the center. And you turn onto the outer edges of the feet, and you might kick it out, lifting up into the left hand. You don't have to, you can keep the right hand down. You can just come so that the feet are in line. 3, 2, 1. If you've taken that option, bring both hands down, pivot the back foot. Then slowly come back into your downward dog. Inhale, looking forward between the thumbs, drawing from your core, bending And coming forward, stepping or hopping. Exhale, down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, bend the knees. Scoop it up. We're reaching back. Lovely little back bend. Drawing in. Thumbs to the center. Exhale. Again, let's keep it flowy. Breathing in and exhale, hinging at the hips. Pull down. Halfway lift for us. And bend those knees, bring the palms forward, step or hop back to your high plank, yogi's choice. See how you feel here, lowering down whichever way you like. A little bit more of our vinyasas in there, keeping the body flowy and warm. Roll the shoulders up and back, finding your baby. A little bit higher version of cobra and folding down. Inhale, peeling the body up. Finding that downward dog, tuck those toes and really work. Find the hands, find a lovely cozy space. Shift the weight towards the right foot and the left leg extends. Maybe taking the toes out, looking underneath that left armpit. And then from here, you can stay here. You can bring the feet back to parallel and stay in downward dog. You can come onto the knees, or you can draw the knee through and slowly reach that left foot through. So you can stay here, the back foot pivots. The left hand might maybe wiggle a little bit more inwards and see how that feels. Good. Just lifting up. 3, 2, and 1. Slowly bringing it back through. Bring the feet down. Find your downward dog here. A little hold. Inhale and exhale. Slowly we're going to come to the tops of the toes. Come down onto the knees. Good. Take the big toes to touch, knees nice and wide, and sink down into your child's pose. Just melting into the floor here, finding a lovely steady breath. If you notice you were holding it for 4, beautiful. Deep breath in and out, 3, 2, breath to belly, and 1. Nice work, everybody. Slowly bring the hands nice and wide. We're going to push the body back up, looking forward, peel the body back. Bring those knees in and come and sit in a nice upright position with me today. Nice one, everybody. Beautiful. Just finding that nice tall position. Again, the legs don't have to be crossed. If that feels uncomfortable, they can be if you wanted them to. Just take a little moment. Good. We've done a little bit of work in that upper body, so I wanted to stretch that out as we come into this next part of the class. Let's roll the shoulders up and back. Just take those circles nice and big. Little nickel on one side today. Just keep those shoulders rolling. You can just breathe with me in as you roll the shoulders up and out. Maybe as you draw them down, or just keep the breath coming in and out. Whatever pace. Doesn't have to match the movement. Just feel it out. The more we kind of roll, the more the body's going to allow you to go into those kinks, little areas of tension. You might start to feel a little cracking. 3. Deep breath in, and 2. And 1. Breathing in. And exhale, drop the shoulders down and exhale. Good. I'm going to take out our eagle arms today. Inhale, reach them out. And exhale, drop the shoulders down, draw in from your core. Beautiful. We're going to bring the left hand underneath the right, cross at the elbows, bring the backs of the hands together. But if that feels too much, just give yourself a hug. This is perfect. You can do the movement here and lift up, where the backs of the hands come together. You can also wiggle around that left hand to bring a finger there, the palms to touch. It'll be different for everybody based on the openness of the shoulders. So it's not necessarily a skill, it's just let's work through that tightness whichever way. And you know this one. Inhale, we lift up those elbows. Keep the elbows high and just drop the shoulders down. Kind of try and draw in from the belly, navel in. Working to get a nice tall spine as you do this. 4, so shoulders down for 3. Breathing in and out 2. Find this one really strong, and 1, bring the elbows down. And just stay there for a second. Inhale and exhale. Good. Let's do this side one more time while we're here. Inhale, lifting it up. And exhale, elbows stay high. Squeeze into those shoulders. Shoulders draw down. Kind of release that tightness, that tension. Relax in the jaw. Maybe even wiggle the jaw. 3. Work the shoulders down. Keep the elbows high. 2. And 1. Bring the elbows down. Just release. Inhale, reach it out. Good. I want you to bring the palms to face down. Lift the palms up and let the chest drop forward. Maybe looking up here. Get a little smile if you like. We're going to draw in from the belly. We're going to turn the thumbs down and let everything concave in. Chin to chest. Feel that stretch across that upper body as you rotate the hands around. Chin draws in. Beautiful, team. Inhale, coming all the way back up. Bringing the hands into the fists. Roll those wrists. Amazing. Inhale and exhale. Just bring the hands down onto the knees. We're going to take that lovely deep breath. Exhale through the mouth. Inhale. And let it go. Awesome. Inhale, reach the arms wide. Good. Drop the shoulders down. This time we're going to take the right arm underneath. You can give yourself a hug or backs the hands come together. Maybe that right hand wiggles around or the finger. It doesn't matter if it doesn't stay where you need to be. Here is perfect. Inhale, we're going to lift up into the elbows. We drop the shoulders down. So again, you get it from here or here as well. Draw the shoulders down. Just listen to your body. Deep breath in. Try and keep the spine tall. If you notice you're kind of leaning forward or kind of arching the spine, so you can get a nice tall posture here. Good. Slowly bring those elbows down. Just relax a little, hang out for a moment. In and out. Good. We're going to come back to this last side. Inhale, lifting it up. Exhale, work to draw the shoulders down. Feel like tension leaving the body, that tightness and stress. You're holding in the jaw. Just try and separate the teeth. Focus on relaxing in the face. Breathe with me in and out. Letting that stress leave the body. Bring the elbows down. Inhale, reach it wide. And as we exhale, let the palms face down. We're going to flip the palms up. Lean forward with the chest this time. Maybe look up. Drop the shoulders down and away. Good. Then we're going to draw in from your core. Come back to a nice tall position. We're going to wiggle the thumbs down. And then we let the whole the body concave forward. Chin to chest. Feel that little stretch. 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, coming all the way back up. Good. Slowly this time we're going to bend in the elbows and bring the palms together for our wrist stretch. Interlace the fingers and roll those wrists. Good. Just get those little niggles out. Maybe let the forearms rub. Deep breath with me in and out. Amazing. Beautiful work, team. Good. We've done a little bit of work on the wrists. It's nice to release in the hands as well. We're going to open up the fingers. We're going to bring the palms so that they face forward and see if you can just line up. Let the sides of the thumbs match up. Good. What we're going to do is we're going to bring the thumbs down. I'm going to take the hands down and see if you can slowly match up the backs of the hands, the backs of the thumbs, the backs of the hand, backs of the pointed fingers. Good. And you're rolling so that the fingers face down, and then you're going to rotate them in towards the chest and then roll them up. And then all of a sudden your palms are facing you, palms to touch, open wide. Good. Rotating down. See how that feels. If it feels sore, it might feel good. You might feel not too much if the hands are really stretchy. Good. Palms together, opening wide. Just keep following that at a pace that feels good. Breathe with me in. And now finishing your last one. Beautiful. And slowly bring the hands in and bring them down towards the side of the legs. Good. We're gonna take a little twist. Inhale, reach those arms up. Exhale, twist towards that right hand side, bring the hands down and keep lifting from the top of the head. So you don't want to collapse, you want to lift tall. And breathing in and out with me for 3, 2. Feel that work in the belly, and 1. Inhale, coming all the way back to center, reaching up. I'm gonna bring the right hand down and the left hand up, push down into that left hip, we're reaching over. Inhale. And slowly exhale. You got it, softening in that forehead. So nice to meet you on the mat this morning. You needed that beautiful bit of time out. Inhale, reaching up, twisting to the other side, or reach the hands down. Breathing in and breathing out. Good, breathing in and slowly breathing out. Inhale, coming back to center. You've got to reach the hands up. Left hand comes down. We're reaching up, going over. Drop the shoulder down. Deep breaths here, in and out for 3. Softening in the face, and the forehead, 2. And 1. Inhale, reaching the hands up. And as we exhale, slowly bending in the elbows, bring the hands on to the shoulders. Let's roll the elbows up and draw them down. Good. Find some breath if you can, some slow, mindful inhalations and exhalations as you move. 3, 2. Bringing it down, hands relaxing, relaxing in that upper body, just keeping it nice and tall in that posture. We're going to take the right ear down, a little usual cool down. Important just to get into those tighter bits we can. It comes back to center, back to ear. Good. Going easy. Inhale back to center. And exhale. Breathe in towards the right. Inhale back to center. Exhale. Now we're going to do one more on each side. Dropping it down. Lovely work, team, and bringing it back to center. Bring the head back to the center and draw the chin, shoulders down. Deep breaths in and out. You can stay here, you can roll a little side to side. Those half circles, just stretching into the neck. Breathe in a way that feels good, honoring those tighter spaces, that tension. Stop if you need to at any point. If you just want, just sit in that little bit of tightness, sending that little mental message to soften and release today. Pretty nice one, 2. And 1. Head comes back to center and inhale, coming all the way back. Nice tall position. Then come a little closer. Let's find that beautiful release with our own little head massage. Working into the face. So we're going to use your pointer finger and your middle finger. Just start as usual. We're going to start though and just push it up. So we're going to come in between the eyebrows and just push up. Good. Just notice how the skin moves. You'll notice different times of the day, the skin might be starting to feel a little bit more dry where we've been in the sun, or it might feel really moisturized if you've not long moisturized this morning. Just notice anything different. Good, being mindful. And then from here, you can start to bring the hands up and around the eyebrows. Good, just moving in that direction. Don't forget to just give it a little bit of a push so you get that little bit of a release. You can feel the work. Good, and then moving into the temples. If you like, you can make those circles. You can stick with anything else we've just done. Just notice what feels good. I like to sometimes push a little bit into the hairline. So coming in and up. Good, in and up. You can go up, all the way up if you want. Nice. Sometimes just feeling that little bit of a release. Again, just play with it. There's no wrong way to do this. It's just about feeling your body. Good. The next that we're going to do is that lovely release. We're going to come to the tops of the nose. I'm going to find a few circles here, and then I'm going to move and just trace around the cheekbones. Just feel that little bit of release. Sometimes the eyes feel puffy in the morning. I give them a little rub. And here I'm chronic, kind of with my nose and my sinuses. So circles here always feel good, but if that feels different to you, you want something else, just take it. Lovely circles. You can draw circles all in around the nostrils. It's something I learned from a doctor's office, which is pretty good. And always just prescribing meds, showing me a few things to work. Beautiful. Deep breaths in and slowly breathing out, moving in to the face. Good. And then if you wanted, it's not always like you're not going to get a full release by just tracing down the jaw, but I find it helps remind me just to separate those teeth, remove the jaw left to right, remembering that jaw pain. I'm watching more and more people working through different modalities to support and releasing the jaw, and how it affects so many aspects of the body, from the the neck, the shoulders, the pelvis. So it's really empowering to know that if you can soften in that jaw just in your day, even if you think, oh, I'm just going to do that one little deep breath and release here as you take a walk or as you start your day. It's like one small thing. It's yoga, isn't it? But it's something where you're mindfully just listening to the body and taking a little bit of time to release. Good. Finally, I'm going to get you to get your little claw hands. And we're just going to take, so you take little circles with the hands, right? You're going to move up and around. Doesn't matter how you do it. Just move into this kind of scalp. You can move from the sides and in. So I kind of go little circle, and little circle as we push back. Little circle, little circle, little circle. And if you want, you can start moving the hands a little more to the center, to the crown of the head, all up the middle. One hand and then the other, whatever you like. If your hair's up, you can take it out. I'm gonna have a lovely little very voluminous pony. Fix it in a minute, but that's what we want. Maybe going up the back of the head, just see what feels good to you. Find that beautiful release today. Taking time just for that little bit of self-care. Good. All right. And from here, just take a moment, check in, deep breath with me in and out. And I invite you to go back to that beautiful space, lying on your backs in your home. Obviously, make it cozy. Grab a blanket, put pillows under your knees, under your head, whatever you want. I want you to find the coziest Shavasana position that you can. Just making it your own and finding that beautiful space for rest and relaxation. Breathing in and slowly breathing out. Beautiful. Allow the body to begin to just melt down, relaxing in the forehead and allowing the eyelids to fall heavy. Beginning to bring yourself into that beautiful position of stillness, our Shavasana, or corpse pose, just allowing us to stop and do nothing but just be. Allow the back body to melt into the floor. Just feeling the mat catch you, support you. Let the breath go back to its natural rhythm. And allow yourself to make its way to that sleepy state you might have been in this morning. Somewhere between sleep and awake. Just resting and relaxing. Tracing from the crown of the head down to in your own body scan, maybe just finding small little areas that you can just release. the crown of the head, tracing down the face and the eyes, the jaw, the shoulders, the hands, the fingers, the glutes and the belly, the hips, releasing any tightness you're holding in the lower body and the legs, the feet, the ankles, the toes. Got a poem today to just help reflect. It's written anonymously, but it's called Grounding. Take some time today to sit in stillness and let the gentle touch of quiet provide a moment of reprieve. Exhale to release and relinquish burdens nestled muscle deep. Allow whispers of comfort and tranquility to soothe, strengthen, and speak. Some time to feel a little grounded. Take some time today to sit in stillness. Breathing in and slowly breathing out. You can stay in your Shavasana longer, or the sunlight peeking through those clouds calling you, or the day has a few things that it needs you for. Just slowly begin to stretch the body in any way that it needs as you come up to your finishing position. Namaste, everybody. Wishing you a beautiful week ahead. And thank you so much for giving me an hour of your time, either right now or on replay. Yeah, all my love. It's been really nice. I really love it and enjoy it. I wish you a lovely week ahead.